everyone. And what a fantastic turnout. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity this year, and the referendum most likely will be in June. We have an opportunity not only to get our country back, but to right the wrongs of 1975. Now, I can see from the hair and the bald heads in this room, a bit like myself, that a number of you would have voted in 1975. A vote that was designed to keep us within the European Economic Community. And you were told in 75, weren't you, that it was about trade and nothing else. European nations trading together freely. But you were lied to. You were hoodwinked. You didn't think that there would be an EU flag, an EU anthem, an EU army, which is on the table right now. You never thought it would expand into being 28 member states. It is now time to put the wrongs of 1975 right. We have that opportunity in June, and we will get our country back. Think about it, what we gave up. We are now within a European Union where over half the laws that are made are not made by our MPs at Westminster. They are made in Brussels. And they're not made by MEPs, people who are directly elected. They are made by a European Commission. A European Commission which has the sole right to propose legislation. A European Commission that meets in secret. A European Commission that is unelected. Ladies and gentlemen, all we want is for the people who make our laws to be those we directly elect at Westminster and not faceless bureaucrats in Brussels. And think of the betrayal. We went to war twice in the past century to protect British freedom, British sovereignty, and British democracy. And how would those brave men and women who fought for us on the battlefields of the Somme, or who were sent into the skies of southeast England during the Battle of Britain, feel now to know that over half the laws are not made in London, but made in Brussels? Shame on those politicians, ladies and gentlemen, in the second half of the last century who gave away something that was never theirs to give. And we will take it back. We're in a European Union whereby we cannot control our own borders. Last year alone, 338,000 people came to this country net. Half of them came from within the European Union. And isn't it an insane system whereby we discriminate against an Indian doctor or an Australian nurse on behalf of someone from Eastern Europe who is low-skilled? It makes no sense whatsoever. And we know that this unfettered and uncontrolled immigration is driving down wages. The Bank of England has said so, and in working class communities, it's actually driving people out of work. Wouldn't it be more simple, ladies and gentlemen, if we, in Britain, could control our own borders through an Australian points-based system where we have the ability to say who we want and who we don't want to come and work in our country? Ladies and gentlemen, we pay for this. This is the insane point about it. You would think that they paid us, but no. It's costing us £55 million every single day to be a member of this club. And that is only the membership fee. But they give us half back. We get about £34 million back every single day. But they then tell us how we can spend our own money. So if you drive into Manchester, you'll see building sites everywhere with signs up. This project was built with European money. Thank the EU. There is no such thing as European money, ladies and gentlemen. That is your taxation. And the other half is spent building motorways in Romania, an underground system in Warsaw, a sewage system in Budapest. And what we're saying is that £55 million a day would be better spent here in our country, on our schools, on our hospitals, and ensuring that our brave boys and girls in the armed forces have the best equipment possible. Actually, if you add it all up, the costs of being in the EU, the costs come to somewhere around £100 billion. That is to comply with a common fisheries policy that's half the size of the British fleet since the 1970s. A common agricultural policy that pushes up the price of everybody's food. Red tape that ties the hands of small business people. Yet David Cameron says that his renegotiation is so good that he would advocate Britain joining the EU if it wasn't inside now. It's insane, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be hoodwinked. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity in June. Let's go out, let's make it happen, and let's get our country back, and let's make Britain great once again.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.